Good morning, guys. How's everybody? Yeah, still a little bit hoarse from the weekend. It better sort itself out because there's a few gigs this weekend. But yeah, I'm just on my way down to get my bloods done. It's my 3-monthly checkup. As you can see, big tired head me. 3-monthly checkup today. So yeah, it's grand. Just the blood pressure, that's all really I have to worry about, you know. So, but anyway, I'm not going to get my blood pressure up, but we'll have a little rant. Two things: indicators on the car and cyclists. Yeah, in the last, when was it? Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday alone. Someone had alerted me, someone suggested this topic, but it was so ironic that on my way to work, I was doing the radio interview yesterday morning. So I wasn't going straight to work. So, driving through Dublin City yesterday, and I'm telling you, no word of a lie, I nearly crashed the car about 5 or 6 times with people that didn't use their indicators. Now, luckily enough, I had a crash a few years back. Bit of a con job now, to be quite honest with you, on their part. But I had a crash going back, I think it was 2013. And ever since then now, you know, with speed and distance from cars and stuff like that, I'm very, very conscious of. But these 5 or 6 occasions between, it was just a case of, like, they literally would be pulling out. Or was it yesterday? I was right behind this car, and she kind of, I knew it was a lady because I could see her. She kind of slowed down, very much so, and I was just watchful of this because I was saying to myself, right, okay. So then she started to move again, so I started to move again, and we literally, I wasn't right up behind her, it was just the way the traffic was, and next of all, she just indicates. And luckily enough, I was driving at a pace that I could actually pull back. But this happened then with cars pulling out, no indication. Just ridiculous. I just can't understand, why can people use the fucking indicators? Do you know what I mean? Just to let the person behind you know where you're going. It's fucking dreadful. Because the thing about it is, this stupid law in the country, go ahead. This stupid law in the country is, like, if you go into the back of someone, you're in the fucking wrong. And, like, to be quite honest with you, that's what happened to me. I crashed into a stationary object on the N2, and let's just say the 2 individuals got out and started walking the dog. There wasn't a bother on them yet. 25 grand, 12.5 grand each was put in with the personal injuries board. Do you know what I mean? So we're just part of this fucking compo claim culture now. But yeah, so just indicators, I just can't understand why people can't fucking use them. And, like, I would probably love to say it's a certain style of car, because there is certain people in certain cars that are just wankers, but this is universal. Like, I you know, those 6 say times that it happened yesterday, like, that was just a selection of cars. It wasn't, you know, the usual wankers. But yeah, so indicators is one. I'm very mellow having the rant this morning because I'm only up. I haven't been to the gym or anything like that, so I haven't even had my coffee yet. But the other one is cyclists. And I'm not going to tar everybody with the same brush. I have a lot of friends that do cycling. I think it's a great sport. But I'm going to just put a comparison into people's heads for a second. So, not this week, but last week I was out, and I think it was going out on a Sunday morning, Saturday morning. Now, I wasn't in any major rush, but I did have to be somewhere, right? And I was driving up 3 roads in particular, right? One of them was local, and one of them is still in Rathout, and the other one was out of Rathout. And I came upon cyclists, and at one stage they were 4 abreast. Now, 4 abreast in my mind is just pure fucking ignorance, because you know, you have, as a car, have to indicate to go around them, which is absolutely no problem. I've never beeped at anybody like that. I've never. But there's no even effort on their part of even, like, trying to move in. Do you get what I mean? There's no effort on their part of even trying to move in, and that's the fucking problem, is that basically they're going across and, like, you know, you go past them and then, like, I got one fella kind of staring into the car, and I rolled down the window. I says, what? You know, and he just kept looking at me as if to say, I own the fucking road here. And I'm just looking at him going, no, you fucking don't, you little dickhead. Like, the way it is, right? If you were out on a Sunday morning and you saw a parent, two parents with 2 or 3 kids riding 5 abreast, would you let that happen without beeping and kind of telling them to fucking tighten up the fucking pack? Because, to be quite honest with you, just because you're wearing poxy little spandex and fucking whatever else, it doesn't give you the right. And I'm not saying cars are superior. I'm just saying, like, we're not going to, you know, if I start jutting into you, you're not going to like it. So you should not be going 4 abreast on the road, plain and fucking simple, because it's going to cause a car crash. Because we have to indicate around you, and then you get some fucking Johnny little road racer coming towards you. You're bollocksed. All for what? Because you wanted to have a fucking chat about what happened last night. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not tarring every cyclist with the same brush, but there is an element of that shit out, and I think I must read up on it, because I think there was laws that came into it, so I don't know whose favour they're in, but, you know, it has to be, like, you know, it just, like, I know there is drivers out there that hate cyclists. I don't. I'm not saying that, because, to be honest with you, everybody's entitled to the road, but do not go out with the attitude of you own the fucking road, because you sure as fucking hell don't. And, like, you're not absolute knob end if you're going out in 2 wheels thinking that you're going to fucking win against a 4-wheel engine propelled vehicle. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to happen. So, you know what I mean? I just think everybody should have the respect for the road, and this is for drivers too, because drivers have to be respectful to the cyclist. But this 4 abreast thing, it's not conducive. It's not right. So I don't know why people think this is acceptable. It's not fucking acceptable. You know, 2 abreast maybe, and I think that's acceptable. There's no need for you to go 4 abreast on the fucking road. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you see a lot of cars coming up, and I wouldn't mind. One of the times I was behind 4 abreast cyclists was down this road, and it was a good fucking 4 minutes journey. Like, instead of just kind of going right, like, there wasn't just me, there was about fucking 12 or 13 cars behind me trying to get to work, trying to get to their destination. Do you know what I mean? No, it would have been this would have been at the weekend, so I tell a lie, wouldn't have been going to work, but there was people trying to get to their destinations. Do you know what I mean? But the lads were looking back, and not as much an effort to say, go on, we'll tighten it up. Stayed in the 4 abreast. And I didn't say anything, I didn't beep, but there was a few of the lads beating at them, shouting, you fucking you-know-whats. And I think on this day they deserved it, to be quite honest with you, because at the end of the day, if you're not going to make the effort to move in, well, cyclists aren't going to be, or drivers aren't going to be respectful to you. So just tighten the fucking packs up, lads. Do you know what I mean? Good morning. #Cameron's.